Hey everyone, I'm Kathy Feather, owner of K Feather Solutions, and I'm excited to be here with you today. The presentation I'm going to give you today is something I did at a recent networking event, and it was so well received, I really wanted to share the information with everyone else. So for those of you that don't know me, I am a business integrator and travel advisor. I like to consider myself a business and lifestyle strategist, here to really help business owners reclaim their time through managing day-to-day operations with automations and efficient, effective processes. So today we're going to talk about what I love and I lovingly call the Tech Audit Trifecta. So let me share my screen and we will get started. So next we have the trifecta. So if you're into horse racing, you know a trifecta is 3 things. And the Tech Audit Trifecta is no different. It's what is going to allow you to focus on the top 3 things you can do now to impact your day-to-day operations and improve the safety and security of your organization. So number 1, organize your documents. I want you to think about how long your team searches for files, images, and all the things they use on a regular basis. If it isn't instant, I want you to really think about looking at your file organization system and how you might restructure that to make it make more sense to the team. Talk to the team. I want you to go into Canva if you're using Canva, and I want you to organize folders for all of your projects. I want you to build a cloud structure that makes sense, and more importantly, once you've done that, I want you to use it. Now, the next is some security best practices. So use a VPN, folks, especially if you work in public places, if you travel, if you visit a coffee shop, if you have work meetings in others' offices where you are on their public Wi-Fi, you need a VPN. And if you do not have one, I am asking you to go purchase a VPN today. Get it for yourself and ensure you have it. Second, make sure you're using a password manager. This is going to allow you to create strong passwords that are less likely that those bad guys are going to be able to crack. Enable 2-factor authentication when you can. And are you backing your data up? Those are the 4 things in the security factor I want you to focus on today. Go get that VPN. If you don't already have a password vault, use it. There are some built into your web browsers, and those are perfectly fine. I personally use something outside of that because I can also safely secure documents like my passport and other things and share them to folks outside of my home very securely. So today's cloud software storage is really inexpensive compared to the cost of lost data. Be sure you are backing your data up to the cloud. Now, last and not least, streamline and simplify. I want you to use that tech audit template, and I want you to take the time to document the things. But I recognize that takes some time. And I don't want you to focus today on those tools that you use less frequently. We're going to help you save some costs in the long run when we evaluate those. But I want you to think about 2 things within your business. Activities you do on a daily basis manually and where we can improve that. And I want you to think about activities that don't work at all in your business. And I want you to identify your biggest pain point and the biggest place where you have manual processes. And we're going to focus on that to improve your business. So if you are using a newsletter tool and it is taking you 3 to 5 hours a week to build out your weekly newsletter, I'm going to challenge you. There are options out there that if you set up a personal template for your newsletter style, should take you less than an hour to develop your newsletter. Now, you might spend slightly more time developing the content that you want to include in there, but it should take you almost no time to build out that newsletter. And consider that saves you, if you were using 3 hours a week and you drop it down to 1, that's 104 extra hours a year where you can accomplish other things in your business. So you could easily add a tool and save that valuable time, and it is definitely worth the cost of investing in that tool. Now, lastly, I want you to focus on creating a budget and outlining your next steps. This is going to get into that larger tech audit. I want you to consider when in your next fiscal year you can conduct a full audit of your tools. And I want you to consider when you can evaluate what needs to come next and put those things into your quarterly planning to ensure that you and your team members are all happy and satisfied within your processes.